Welcome to Deadly Dames, and this is the second episode of Get It Watched. Been a while since I did the first one, but better late than never. And I've decided that on this episode I'm going to talk about this film right here. So this is called Trick or Treat, or as you can see the German title is Ragman, but that is the character's nickname, so it makes sense that it's called Ragman as well. This is a movie that came out in the 1980s, and for whatever unknown reason it didn't get the same sort of attention as Nightmare on Elm Street or the Halloween sequels, Friday the 13th, movies like that. It really is a brilliant little hidden gem. I know a lot of people have seen it, but I don't hear enough people talking about it. The movie has some great sort of cameos in it. You get Gene Simmons and Ozzy Osbourne. It's also got an absolutely amazing soundtrack, which I do own somewhere. But yeah, it's basically about a sort of metal head, so a guy that's a metal fan who is severely bullied at school, and the only thing that keeps him going is his love of this rock star called Sammy Carr. He loves his music, he's got his posters all over his bedroom, and he goes about with his headset on and sort of tries to block out everyday life where obviously the bullies are picking on him. And then his life falls to bits. It feels like his life has come to an end when he discovers that Sammy Carr died in a fire. That was really the love of that band, and that music was really the only thing that was making his life seem okay in a world where he was getting bullied every day and it was shite. So the Gene Simmons character's a DJ, and he chats to this guy and he says he's obviously quite close to the boy. We talk about music together. He basically tells him that he's managed to get a hold of like a one-of-a-kind demo of the album that the band was about to release, and because he kens that this boy's life revolved around the band, he offers it to him. Now the kid's listening to the music, and for whatever, I can't remember the exact reason, but he discovers that if you play the record backwards it says stuff to you. However, by him doing that, he releases the soul of Sammy Carr, who is psychopath, and it really goes from there to basically the boy kind of, the usual, meets the girl who was dating his bully, who ends up realising that the bully's an arsehole and he's the good guy. And they are up against the ghost of Sammy Carr. Now, some of the death scenes in this are actually pretty horrible. I should have put spoilers at the beginning of this, sorry, spoilers. The death of the girl in the car is just, it's not very nice. The way that it's shot and the way that it happens is, I don't know, it gives me the creeps. And the ending I just love. As much as he ends up trying to stop Sammy Carr, I know what it's like to be bullied, and I can safely tell you that sometimes, maybe not realistically, or maybe, you wouldn't mind some of the things that happen to the characters in this. It's like Carrie, at the end of Carrie when she manages to get the revenge on everybody at the prom, a wee bit of you's going, they deserved that. It's kind of what happens in this movie as well. A wee bit of you, okay, is going, they deserved that. But yeah, I mean, the end sequence of it I just love. It's brilliant. The effects are good, the acting's good, as I said, the soundtrack's phenomenal, but for whatever reason not many people talk about this film. Now, until I got this German Blu-ray, the only copy that you could get in the UK was a really, really bad DVD. I mean, it was a DVD straight from VHS. Over VHS is how I fell in love with this movie. I had a copy. It was a small box copy. I think I've actually still got it up the stairs, but then I managed to get the DVD because stupidly, you know this story anyway, I've done the video a million times, I got rid of a lot of my VHS, which I've managed to get most of it back, but the DVD was crap. I'm not even going to joke about how bad it actually was. The sound quality on the DVD was really bad as well. It was kind of crackly, and when I seen that this NSM, I bought stuff for them before, had a Blu-ray. Now, it isn't the world's best Blu-ray, it's 1080, but it's still better than what was on the DVD. I do recommend, if you can get a hold of this, do so. I keep hoping that somebody in the UK will release it. I mean, a lot of really good films are starting to find their way into UK releases. I'm hoping that this is one of them. I mean, to be honest, I'll probably do this and I'll get it watched anyway. I was really surprised when I seen Popcorn appear here, because that was a bit of an obscure movie again. I really like it personally. I'm glad that 88 released it, because then more people can like it, and hopefully they like it for what it is. But we're not talking about that movie today. My point was, that these sorts of movies are now finding their way into the mainstream, be it Synapse and Vinegar Syndrome. 88, Arrow's not done much at all, but maybe Arrow. You've got Second Sight, Powerhouse Films. I mean, there's so many of these companies that are doing that. I feel like 101 films. I know I said Dalmatians, but all these companies are now trying to basically fight each other to get these titles to release them. I want you to release this one. More people should see it. I know pretty much word for word the song at the end of it. I'm not going to sing it to you, but go and Google the song at the end. Is it actually called Trick or Treat? I think it is. I think the song is called Trick or Treat. I can't remember the guy that plays Sammy Carr. What's his name? It's not on here, but I'm sure he's actually, well, he must be a singer because he did the song. It must be Tony Fields. Oh, and the actual score's done by Christopher Young. There we are. But yeah, as you can tell, score's good, soundtrack's good. Definitely want to listen to at least the soundtrack. Sorry, I keep hitting Claire. But I love this movie. In fact, now talking about this movie, I want to watch this movie. So that's what I'm going to do after this video. I do believe, as I said, get it watched. I'm talking about hidden gems. That this is one that more people should see. If you go out your way and you manage to find it, even if it's a crappy DVD, I don't think it's streaming anywhere. I certainly searched and couldn't see it. You might be able to get it in a strange streaming site perhaps. But if you can find it and you watch it, please let me know what you think. Especially if you're a fan of sort of the 80s films that had that particular feeling. It's hard to describe unless you're a horror fan. But if you're a fan of movies like this, like that type of feeling that came with it, when I mean feeling, good soundtrack, sort of cheesy storyline, good effects, typical storyline, bully against the world, but basically it's Carrie with rock and roll is what I'm saying. But if you're a fan of movies like that, rock and roll? No, that's not right. Carrie with metal. If you're a fan of movies like that, you will love this film. But anyway, if you manage to find it and you watch it, please let me know what you think about it. I'm trying and spread the word. Tell more people about Trick or Treat and then maybe we'll get a UK release. But as always, thank you for watching. Let me know what you think. If you've seen it or if you're planning to see it, let me know. And as always, thank you for watching. Take care.